matchup tomorrow at Paycor against the Vikings. We've got that and much more coming up on Blue Collar Bengals.
It's not.
What just happened?
I don't know. No intro today? What is up, Bengals fans? Welcome to yet another episode where we don't know what we're doing. If I sound a little different, I apologize. I have a wicked case of strep throat again. But I'm happy to be here, happy to talk about our favorite team here. How are we doing tonight, Drew?
Dude, I feel bad for you. You're having a fucking hell of a run. I cussed too early for YouTube again. You're having a run of bad luck lately, brother.
Between surgeries and winter illnesses, I am the guinea pig for Mother Nature this year. But
you're soldiering through for the boys, and that's what's important. And the ladies that may tune in. Well, we got our good buddy out in Nebraska, Ben Schramm, in the chat. LFG is all I can say for the first few minutes till I start dropping F-bombs. How we doing? We're doing good, Ben. I hope that you're doing well too. So we had some schedule conflicts, some craziness. Ron got sick because the government keeps putting bugs in his house. Not true. Just kidding. Kind of forgot your connections there. Not true. Just a joke. Maybe a bad one. And then I had some schedule stuff come up. So we're kind of combining both shows here. A little Friday night kickoff before a big Saturday matchup at Paycor tomorrow. So let's just break down a little bit. We won't do too much because obviously it's been a while, but we've got some box score breakdown that we can do from the win against the Colts when Minshew Mania died. Did it die? I don't know. I hope not, because we needed to pick back up this week so they can beat the hell out of Pittsburgh. But Jake Browning, another good day. 18-24, 275, average of 11.5, 2 touchdowns. That one weird pick off of Tanner Hudson's hand, and he had a QBR of 71.5 and a rating of 122.7. Also rushed for a touchdown. So another strong showing. Whoops, wrong graphic. Another strong showing from the backup quarterback, man. Jake Feisty, I think is what they're calling him. He's getting comfortable, eh?
Yeah, I love to see it, man. Anytime you got a quarterback that's not supposed to be out there topping 200 yards, throwing dimes into the end zone, that's going to be a good day. So I think he might just be good at football, to be honest. I don't think we're looking at like in the beginning, the first win was like, oh, this Cinderella story, blah, blah, blah. Like, it was great. But then he did it again, and it's just like, I just think Jake Browning is good at football.
Maybe Jake Browning's just a good quarterback, and he finally got comfortable, and the offense kind of has evolved around him. I think that it has forced the offensive staff to maybe run the ball a little bit more. Or some people are saying, did Joe Burrow maybe have too much command of the offense and he was checking out of runs because he likes to spread it out and throw the ball? I don't know. Doesn't matter. All that matters is right now the Bengals are in a playoff hunt and they are still alive. And it's thanks in great part to the play of Jake Browning. So all that other stuff, why is this happening? Why? Don't give a shit. Got a playoff push going on. That's where my focus is. We can talk about all that stuff in February after we win the Super Bowl and they build a Jake Browning statue outside of Paycor.
Yep. The golden statue. Joe Burrow on one side, Jake Browning running on the other. I love it. I got to see it.
I'm going to tell you how blue collar this show is. I didn't put deodorant on after I hopped out the shower.
Yuck.
I need to throw it on. I need to throw it on before this shirt gets a little stinky because I got to wear this shirt tomorrow. Shout out to LFG Cincy. Sent me the Zach Taylor Made Me Drunk shirt. I'm sure you guys have heard. Our head coach, Zachary Taylor, told us, the Cincinnati Bengals fan base, that he wanted us to drink one more drink before heading into Paycor Stadium. He wanted us to get a little bit live, and it sounds like we're prepared to answer the bell, if I'm not mistaken. It sounds like the fan base is ready to rock. So we've got all kinds of cool stuff that we can cover going on here today. But as we finish up the box score breakdown from last week, I think it's important to recognize that we may or may not have a future star on our hands, folks, and his name is Chase Brown. So I'm going to pull up the receiving stats from that game because Chase Brown led the team in receiving, 3 for 80, the long of 54, the screen for his first NFL touchdown. Really good start to the touchdown parlay I had. Didn't finish it off with Drew Sample, but that's all right. T had 2 for 72, caught a beautiful deep ball for 46 from Browning. Adjusted to it really well. Maybe not the best throw, but T made the play happen. Mixon 3 for 46, Jamar 3 for 29. Kind of a quiet Jamar Chase day, but when the offense is clicking, sometimes you just run the rock and get out of there. Tyler Boyd 2 for 23, Tanner Hudson 2 for 21 with the touchdown. Drew Sample 2 for 4. Did not get the touchdown that I needed him to for my parlay, but that's all right. So once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different receivers caught passes from Jake Browning. So he's spreading the love around. He's not just chucking it up to Jamar. He's not just chucking it up to T. He's making reads. He's hitting the guy. He's playing NFL football, baby.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's good to It's good to have guys on the squad right now that are playing at a high level when we've got our star quarterback out. The Chase Brown stuff, man, it's just so impressive. And it brings up the point of like, shit, man, we've been talking about running like this the entire year. And all it takes is to actually do it for us to realize, holy crap, we got something special back there.
Yeah. And it's a beautiful Mixon's more of your power now. Yeah, he can still move, but he maybe doesn't have the speed that he used to. But Chase Brown, second fastest player in the NFL this year, behind I think DK Metcalf. That's faster than guys like Tyreek Hill. So he was picking them up and putting them down. It was beautiful. Now I do gotta say, my fiance is commenting in the chat. She wants to let us know how she always knew Chase Brown was going to be a star. And I'll tell you how she knew Chase Brown was going to be a star, because her sensitivity kicked in when he got drafted. He was very emotional, as many people are when they get drafted in the NFL. So she instantly liked Chase Brown because of the emotion he showed when he was drafted. And now he's picking up, and he's looking like he could be a very important piece to this Bengals offense moving forward. So things are going great.
Yeah, the speed thing is crazy. I didn't know he had that in him. I mean, I knew he was like a workhorse guy, but to turn on the Jets like that and clock in at, I don't know, it was like 20 something, I don't remember, but like that's holy shit athleticism, and that is fun to have on the roster.
Oh, now she's in the comments asking for a jersey. I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to put Chase Brown in a touchdown parlay with somebody else. I don't know who yet. I haven't decided because Drew Sample, questionable for tomorrow with an illness. So here's how it's going to go. I'm going to put a Chase Brown anytime touchdown parlayed with somebody else tomorrow. And if it hits, I'll buy you a Jake Brown. I'll buy you a Chase Brown jersey. That's the deal we're going to make live on air. One more good comment and I'll get back on track. Wedge Gordon, friend of the program, consistent watcher. Is anyone else having a toddler lack of recognition moment since Drew isn't wearing a hat? I went no hat today because I got a haircut yesterday, and the people's barber, he did his thing. So when I get a haircut, you can't tell me shit for 3 to 5 business days. So I decided I was just going to, do the hair up a little bit, look like a presentable human being for once.
I love
it. So back to the box score breakdown, and this is presented by Houday. I fucked up already. WHODAI.com, all-inclusive Bengals content, AI stats. I talked to Kyle from Houday the other day, and there's some incredibly cool shit that they have coming in the works, too. It's going to get even cooler than it already is now. But let's look at our rushing stats, because you see another game where the Bengals make an effort to run the ball, another strong rushing performance, and another win. Joe Mixon, 21 carries for 79 yards, a touchdown. Chase Brown, 8 for 25, average of 3.1. And then Jake Browning had 3, only 7 yards, but he did get in for a touchdown. So when you're watching that game and you see, holy shit, we're running the ball, how does that make you feel?
I love it. I love it. I just like I think I said it already like twice on the program. I said it last week. Like, we got to do it more. We really do. Even when Joe comes back, we got to incorporate it. It just works so well. You know what I mean? We can create a drive that confuses the defense. I just think a lot of defenses know that when Joe's in there, we're probably passing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
to run the ball like that, even when Joe's back, dude, it'll be so awesome.
And that's where I'm at with the whole thing is there's the debate of, does Burrow have too much control over the offense? Does Zach call too much of the empty and the spread out formations too much because that's what Joe likes? And here's the reality of the situation. I love Joe Burrow. I'll do anything in the world for that guy. He's the franchise quarterback that turned my team around. Can't speak highly enough of him. But if that is the case, Zach Taylor might have to pull rank and say, I'm the head coach of this son of a bitch, so this is how we're going to do it. Because the fact of the matter is, this offense with Burrow playing quarterback is vastly, vastly superior to anything that we saw so far this year. So if that is the case, I'm not saying that it is. I don't know. I'm just a dumbass on the internet. But if that is the case, there might have to be a conversation had, because head coach, still below quarterback, even if you give him $275 million.
Yeah, it will be whatever they've adjusted. You're correct. If Joe Burrow's behind there, we're scoring even more points. And no hate to Browning, because Browning is playing electric, but Joe Burrow's the better quarterback. So I agree. I don't know if it's that Joe has too much control. I don't know what it is. I'm not a fan of, is Joe a system quarter? You know, this dumbass shit that's happening, all that talk. But yes.
No, I saw that video today.
Yeah.
Did not give it the attention it was looking for. I fell for that last year, not falling for it again.
Yeah, ignored it. That's just stupid talk. But I think that the way we're playing right now with Joe's in, we're scoring even more points.
Yeah, we might be putting up 40 burgers.
Yeah, I agree.
And these aren't bad teams that these last two games have been against. You're talking about a Jags who's a playoff team leading their division. You're talking about the Colts who's a playoff team. I mean, these are not scrubs. Yeah, they have their backup quarterback in Indy too, but they've been one of the league's highest scoring offenses all year with Minshew in there.
Yeah.
You know, so Shane Steichen and the boys have a good thing going over there.
Yep.
So it's not like we just, you know, we didn't beat the shit out of the Panthers with Jake Browning. Like this offense has gone toe to toe with good teams. So it's just, I'm focused on this year. I'm focused on the playoff run, like I said, to start the show, but I can't help but just kind of daydream a little bit about this offense with number 9 under center, because it firms the nipples up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. A little bit. I agree. I totally agree. It's fun. It's fun to watch. You know, it's fun to watch a running back rip off for 15. You know what I mean? Like it's, and we're capable of it. So I think we should maintain it. So.
Yeah, I think that's kind of, I don't know. A lot of people said we'll find out a lot about Zach Taylor and Brian Callahan now that Joe Burrow's out. And right now, I'm seeing all good things except for 2 dumb trick plays on Monday Night Football. Other than that, I've got nothing to complain about. So I think that's been good for the fan base too, right? Because I've had questions about Zach Taylor. Other people have had stronger questions and opinions about Zach Taylor. And your guy goes down and, you know, you have a stinker against Pittsburgh, and then bam, second start, he had his guy ready. He had everything. He had a great game plan drawn up. So we are learning a lot about Zach Taylor, and maybe he's better than we thought. So I don't know, man. Let's just enjoy the ride. I mean, the guy asked us to get drunk tomorrow.
Yeah, 100%.
And you want to play the clip you made?
Yeah, go ahead. Do you have it?
Because we'll move on. Yeah, I have. I've got the full clip you made though, so we might get a copyright strike, but it's fine. So these are going to be Zach Taylor's comments, and then a little salt and pepper that Ron added to season it up at the end.
Our fans, we got outstanding fans to, drink one more drink and rush in the stadium and be as loud as you can humanly possibly be.
I like us better when we wasted. It makes it easier to fake it. The only time we really talk is when our clothes are coming off. I like us better when we wasted. It makes it easier to say lay all your laundry on the bed and then I'll lay it in instead. I like us better when we wasted. Oh,
Beautiful.
I love that.
Wolf of Wall Street. YouTube, don't copyright flag us. We're just having a good time here. It's no big deal. I'm not trying to profit off that. I don't know who sings the song, but don't fucking sue us. But yeah, dude, that's all of us at Bengal Gyms right before tailgate or right before kickoff at the tailgate, dude. I might be dancing because I'm gonna be honest with you, folks. Got a babysitter this weekend, so I might act up.
Go for it.
Might act up.
Yeah. And our coach.
I mean, I got like a 45-minute drive home from Cincinnati, so maybe I can't get too wild, but I might just say fuck it and stay down there.
Ooh.
I'll sleep in the woods. I'll sleep in the woods right behind where Jim sets up. I bet nobody mess with me.
A lot of pee there. A lot of pee.
There's a lot of urination that goes on back. That's a good point.
But yeah, dude, you cannot go wrong as a head coach of an NFL football league or NFL football teams rather to tell fans to get rowdy. You're going to immediately spark a movement, as proven by your shirt, Drew. That like it's just going to ignite. You know what I mean? Like you can't. You just. It was such a cool teacher move. You know what I mean? Like. Yeah. Like, you know what, kids, we're gonna stay out for recess 10 minutes later, you know. But like, it was just such a badass move on his part to pretty, and he worded it correctly. Have one more, you know what I mean? He didn't say like get hammered, but like, of course we're gonna run with it and take it that way. But it was such a cool dad move to say that in the media. Like, it was unbelievable, and I love the guy even more than I already did for it.
He said one more drink, and I think a lot of us have taken it like one more 6-pack type deal. And the blackout, I mean, everybody's wearing black. The Bengals in all black. So there's a fan organized blackout going on that I plan on participating in. There's the Bengals in the all blacks. That's a sick hat, by the way. Shout out Joe Goodberry with a computer for a brain.
Mm-hmm. I love it. I love the fan organized stuff. Shout out Jim. Shout out you, Drew. Shout out everybody else retweeting. I love getting stuff done as a fan base. You know, we don't got to rely on the team a lot of times to tell us to do stuff, and I think that's what makes us as a fan base special. So if we can black the stadium out, I mean, come on, how cool would that be? It would look good.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's been a lot of social media activity too for the Walter Payton Man of the Year Challenge. Our guy, Teddy Karras, is picking up steam in massive fashion thanks to a lot of us on Bengals Twitter. I'm going to pull the graphic up here just so we can show his just rugged face with a smile. Up for Walter Payton Man of the Year. Through his work with the Village of Marici, things have gotten crazy on Twitter. You can tweet or post, if you want to call it X. It's on the bottom of the screen there too. Hashtag WPMOY challenge, and then put a space, and then Karras. Each one of those counts as a vote, and every retweet of that post will count as a vote. So we have been going absolutely crazy with the hashtag. You and I have both offered up our bodies, quite literally, to get the Cincy hat logo tattooed on us when Ted Karras wins Walter Payton Man of the Year. Bengals captain jumped on the train. A lot of people have replied jumping on the train. There might be a lot of Cincy logos tattooed on people after this thing's all said and done, because he was in third place, I think, 2 days ago. I haven't seen the updated numbers, but there's no way he's still in third with all the activity we've had going on.
Yeah, I don't exactly know how the voting works, but like literally my entire feed is the retweets of his hashtag and everything. So it's like, if we're not at least flirting with first place. I don't know what the hell's going on, but if he does win it, and again, please excuse my voice, if he does win it, I officially challenge him to join us at a tattoo shop of his choosing, where I think you and I talked. We'll cover his tattoo, and he can get a tattoo with us.
Yes.
I want to get a tattoo with Ted Karras to celebrate his much-deserved Walter Payton Man of the Year win.
What an all-time cool life moment that would be. Yeah, I went and got matching tattoos with Ted Karras. And it's not like weird matching tattoos. It's really cool matching tattoos for a really cool cause. Yeah. So it's not like we all went and got EFF tattooed on our wrist or whatever these girls do. But just Cincy logo. I got a Bengals helmet tattooed on my leg. I could smack the logo right above it, right below it, and it would be awesome. So if you're watching this on the Twitter stream, you can retweet this stream because I put the hashtag in there, or make your own post. I don't care. I just want to see that hashtag all over my timeline until voting is closed. So big shout out to Ted. It was ridiculous. He posts a video and starts talking about me in it. I'm like, what the hell is happening? I'm just an idiot online.
But you gotta get your props, man, because that's really cool. That's super cool, and it shows that hard work pays off. It shows that players see dumb shit we put on the internet for better.
Yeah.
You know. So I love that he shouted you and Captain out. I think that's pretty cool, man.
I got a follow. I won't say who. I got a follow Thursday night or something from one of my favorite Bengals players. So I got hype, right? I get a notification. This person follows me. I go to his profile. No longer follows me. Definitely was an accident. Definitely like instantly unfollowed. But it's cool because that guy followed me for like 45 seconds. So, you know.
Count it.
Knows I exist.
Yep. That's incredible. All right, so you want to get into this? I think we're running at 45 minutes today, guys. Again, this has been a week from hell for both Drew and I. He's got obligations tonight, and I want to go back to sleep because I'm sick as shit. You want to get into this Vikings game preview?
Yeah, so Nick Mullins coming to town. Third quarterback for the Vikings now this year. Josh Dobbs moved down to emergency quarterback. He's not even the backup. So another battle of the backups, Jake Browning versus Nick Mullins. Nick Mullins is not a terrible quarterback. He's had some success with the Niners. I think he had a pit stop in Cleveland. So he's been around. He's started NFL games, so it's not some undrafted rookie coming out of nowhere. So the guy's been there, done that. Bengals defense looking to be mostly healthy. Cam Taylor-Britt's still on IR. Will be eligible to come back if the Bengals make the playoffs. I think he might actually be eligible to come back week 18. But Bengals defense looking relatively healthy going into that game. So I'm excited to see that. They are down. Minnesota down their left tackle.
Yeah.
So I think this is another watch out for Trey Hendrickson type game because shout out to Kay Adams, just the queen of giving Cincinnati the love it deserves. Saying we're not talking about Trey Hendrickson enough. We are underrating Trey Hendrickson. And I couldn't agree with her more. He's 13 and a half sacks, top 5 in the NFL, up there with the guys that you see all over TV every day. So that could be a big matchup to watch because he's getting another backup left tackle. And you know how it goes when Trey gets that blackout Trey mode.
Yeah, totally. They're out a left tackle. The Vikings are out a quarterback, obviously. Pardon me, I'm yawning. Oh, and then they're also out Alexander Mattison, their running back there. So there's a couple key spots where I think we can take advantage of, and not to get too deep into the weeds because I'm sure we'll talk about it. But what you're talking about, Trey, right now is absolutely right. I just think it's a game where he eats. I think this is like an evergreen thing that we say at this point, like Trey's going to eat. And, I mean,
yeah,
He's doing it, dude. He's up there with Watt and Garrett. Like, you can't – I'm good if he's under the radar. I don't care. Whatever, dude. But he is absolutely succeeding at the highest of levels. And he's going to continue this Saturday, not Sunday. I keep wanting to say Sunday.
Good comment from our buddy Mark Fetters. Got the Reds profile picture much better than that Buckeye one he had. Need to attack Adeniji on offense because former Bengals starter started a Super Bowl.
Yep.
Hakeem Adeniji is going to get the start. against the Cincinnati Bengals tomorrow. So kind of a homecoming of sorts for him. But
Crazy.
let's be honest, man. He was on that starting offensive line that everybody said, how in the hell did this line get to a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
So he could be somebody that we could expose on offense. So that's a great point from Mark there. And then offensively, Chase a little banged up. I think a heel ankle situation going on. Says he's going to play, but people are wondering how healthy he's going to be. Other than that, I think things are looking pretty good on the Bengals injury front, unless you have it in front of you and I'm totally missing something.
I only saw Bocce on it. That was yesterday, though.
Joe Bocce, dude, saw him at the Logan Wilson softball game over the summer. Guy was just juicing softballs in the home run derby, just crushing things down there at I think it's called Dare Ballpark.
Yeah, he seems like a softball guy. I like Bocce.
Yeah, he was just hitting piss missiles.
Yeah, love it. I only see Bocce, Jackson Carman, Drew Sample as questionable. No designations for a few other guys. Chase is playing. Boyd's playing. Obviously, Browning is playing. I think they listed Jake Browning just to laugh. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna have much as far as banged up players go. The Vikings are. I mean, they're missing. I mean, Justin Jefferson's playing, but how effective is he going to be with Nick Mullins throwing the ball to him? You know, but they're missing Mattinson, Jalen Naylor, Brian O'Neill, their tackle, and they've got a couple of other offensive linemen that are questionable. So we could be playing a banged up Minnesota team at some key positions, which really helps us. So
now the Drew Sample injury, we got a good comment from Jake.
Yeah.
Are we looking at a flu game Drew Sample, folks? Because I might, if I find out Drew Sample's a go tomorrow, I might have to sprinkle a little cash on the Drew Sample anytime touchdown.
Flu game
Drew Sample.
I'm going to tweet it.
It could happen.
It doesn't happen. I'm tweeting it out. I think we have
to. I mean, how could you not? You have to.
Yeah. Throw a tenner on there. Throw a 20 on there. See what happens. Drew Sample, anytime touchdown. I don't think he'll get over 100 yards. I don't know. I suck at gambling, but anytime touchdown.
He's not going to get 100 yards. Let's not go crazy.
What if he did? What if it was the story of the day is Drew Sample, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns.
That would be cool as hell. I would love nothing more than a 100-yard Drew Sample game. Jake just sent me a message about my shirt. I don't know if I said this or not. LFG Cincy sends me the Zach Taylor made me drunk shirt. You guys know the deal. Zach said to booze up. Now, speaking of boozing up, I know we don't do free ads, but I showed you this before the show. I should probably show this, right?
I agree. I totally agree. No free ads, but the shirt and this, you got to shout people out.
So, you guys know I love a good garage beer. All right. In Ohio, guys like me that like drinking beer. I posted a picture of me just chugging a garage beer at a tailgate a few weeks ago. Mailman comes today. I get excited. I like to check the mail every day. I work from home right by the front door. I go check it out. There's just this tube laying on my porch. I'm like, what the hell's in this tube? And it's addressed to me from Garage Beer. I'm like, all right. Garage Beer sends me just the printout of me hammering. Oh, shit. Oh. Good thing it's a free ad because it stinks the way I'm doing this. But this picture, they sent me 2 just blown up pictures of me just crushing a Garage Beer lime. That's in lot 1, I believe. And my favorite part of it, I don't know if I can show it on the camera, is there's this guy. He's just back there watching.
Yeah. You had an audience.
Yeah.
He's got a smile on his face.
Yeah, he's enjoying the show. So, at Drink Garage Beer, it's in Kroger's and Costco's and stuff like that all over here in Ohio. I will be taking a 15-pack of those down to the tailgates tomorrow. So, shout out to Drink Garage Beer. Free ad over.
Yes, I love it. I think we do these shows, and we put a lot of work in the show. You do. We put a lot of work into content and stuff. So it's nice when people send us stuff. Sometimes it's a perk. But anytime something comes to the front door, I love to show it off. I think it's super cool. You got the shirt, dude, and the printout. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to go buy that shirt. It's a nice looking shirt. I didn't realize it was long sleeve.
Yeah, lfgcincy.com.
Yeah.
They've got go ahead.
No, you're good.
Yeah, they've got great stuff, man. I've got a lot of clothes from them. I got a lot of red stuff from them too. But this is one of the most ridiculous comments in the history of this show, and I have to highlight it because it's that ridiculous. Cincy Jake says, "I should autograph one of the pictures they sent me and do a giveaway. Who the hell would want my autograph? Nobody wants my autograph."
I think you need to autograph it, and then you and I on game day need to figure out how to sneak hang it in one of the suites.
Okay, I like where your head's at on that.
Mm-hmm.
So I have phenomenal seats, by the way. I'm gonna do another shout out.
Mm-hmm.
BetJack, the official sports gambling partner of Drew Garrison. Section 150, row 1 for me tomorrow. Front row, right in the corner. Oh, it's gonna be a good day. They hooked me up fat for this game, so shout out to them. I will be giving you a Bengals parlay that they've been getting better. They were very, very bad to start the year, but they're getting better. So shout out to them. But you're saying sneak in suite level, signed picture of me just chugging beer, and I need to sneak into a suite and just hang it up somewhere.
We got to figure it out. We got to get it hung somewhere in the stadium. I don't know how we do it, but it would be worth it.
I like that idea. I like that idea a lot.
Yeah, Cracker Barrel. People like sneak their pictures up. Like, come on, how cool would that be? And I think I like to think I know the Bengals. I think they would laugh at it and think it was cool. So
you got to find the right company's suite, right? You find like some stuck-up company, they're gonna be like, "Who's this dumbass with a beard chugging beer on my wall?" And they're gonna take it down. But you find somebody that's cool, they're gonna be like, "Oh, that's kind of funny. We'll just leave it there."
Yeah.
You might be onto something there. I like that.
Brainstorm.
But the idea that I should autograph anything and give it away is hilarious because why would anybody give a shit to have my autograph?
No, me neither. Yeah. Fortunately, I plan on going to the game just using my season tickets, but this strep throat has completely derailed me. I'm like rallying right now for the show, but as soon as I turn my thing off here, I'm going to go very quickly pass away in my bed. But
don't pass away.
Yeah, I know. But it's going to be rocking tomorrow. I am pumped you're going. And to hear you got that seat, woo!
You got to be careful with your wording here, all right? People care about you, Ron. You started that one show saying Burrow had a career-ending injury. Your words carry weight, and now you're telling people you're just going to go pass away. You got to be careful with your wording out here. You're going to send people into a panic.
It's like how the holiday season, Christmas, Easter will be around the corner. I'll resurrect myself and go to a game, and I'll be, so yeah, little cat.
I always like to see in stadium though when they do like the emergency exit video and you're walking in the suit showing people how to get out, or they'll do another. I don't know what it is. They do another graphic on the screen and they have you like in the corner. So I'm like, even though he's got like a destroyed knee and can't stay healthy for more than like 3 days, he is here in spirit with us because his picture is illuminating the entire stadium. You want to talk about something cool as hell? They show you on the screen in games. That's cool as shit.
It's fun. I didn't realize that. I knew they were still doing the emergency video. I didn't realize I was still. I think it's on like the Get Loud or whatever.
Yeah, it's like you up in the corner.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a speechless, like I can't believe I'm up there moment. I absolutely love that.
Yeah, people think I get to do cool shit, dude. That's cool as hell. I don't have a cool costume or anything. I'm never going to be on any of that. They're not going to put me up there.
You're Drew, dude. That's cool enough.
Maybe if they see that I actually have hair under the hats I'm always wearing, right? Because like right now I look fairly presentable. Maybe I could sneak in there.
Maybe. I'm in. I hope you sneak. All right. So we've talked.
Back on track.
Yeah, it's so easy to get off track. We've talked injuries. We've talked Trey Hendrickson in the defense. They've got, I think Flores is their defensive coordinator, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Not a bad coach. So he could work a little magic with Mullins back there. I don't see it happening. But I see the defense staying stout. What do you think the offense? How do you think our offense, the Bengals offense, is going to fare against this Vikings defense?
So I think we might see a little bit of a regression. And when I say that, I don't mean it in necessarily like a bad way. I'm just saying they may not score 30 points again, right? I see the Bengals defense making life hell for Nick Mullins, getting the ball back to the offense quite a bit, maybe a turnover or two in there. But I'm not expecting 30 points again. I think if they can get this game to the 24 to 27 range, they'll be in good shape.
Yeah, I agree. I know the Vikings they're 10th rated in some of these categories. They're a good defense there. Nothing to, I guess, really like sleep on. But I agree with you in terms of a regression, and we use regression in just a sentence, not like, oh, we're going to stink it up. But when you're lighting it up as much as Jake Browning has been, sometimes that happens. So I still think he's going to throw a touchdown pass or two. I hope we continue to run. But I do see us winning, and we'll do our score predictions here at like the 40-minute mark. But they've got Ivan Pace, who's a Bearcat, who's playing lights out as a rookie.
He's good.
Yeah, I mean Harrison Smith. They've got good guys, young guys, big names. But we have a healthy offensive line, and we've figured out a running game. I can see us continuing the running game, but I do not think we're going to get to 30 points this game. And if we do, I hope I get retweeted like Willie Lutz does every time he makes a prediction by a player.
I know, dude.
God love Willie. I love Willie. But he gets dunked on sometimes, and it's hilarious. But he means well. He's a very good guy. So I hope I'm wrong, but I do think we're looking at a in the 20s game.
Who's that offensive lineman from Tennessee that got drafted this year? He called Willie Lutz a dick eater.
Yeah,
and I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, yes. I can't
remember who it was. And then Cheeto pulled a receipt on him after the Jacksonville game. Yeah, Willie, man, I love Willie to death, but he ends up on the wrong side of those things sometimes. Yeah. But all publicity is good publicity, baby.
Oh man, yeah, and he means well, I love Willie.
This is a good comment. Jake's having a good night.
Yeah.
Zach Taylor and Brian Flores do have a little bit of beef left over from the 2019 Miami game. Yeah. If you guys remember, there was the brawl going on, and Flores was like coming after Zach Taylor in that moment. Like they were like, Brian Flores wanted to fight, and I like Zach a lot, but I don't know if he wants to fight Brian Flores.
I do remember that. I think that would be an interesting tussle. but there is some beef to settle. So maybe he does light him up. Maybe Zach and the boys light him up.
Wedge Gordon, Darnell Wright was the offensive tackle that said that to Willie Lutz. That was awesome. Yeah, man. So I think that you're looking at a game that's, I think that maybe I see the Vikings defense a little bit better than you might, but I'm not saying you're sleeping on them or anything like that. But I think they rank pretty high in some categories, so it's not going to be a slouch game. But if we can get Chase Brown and Joe Mixon moving the ball like they did again last week, again this week, it just feels like get a turnover or two from the Vikings offense, get Nick Mullins to throw a pick, whatever, and then just score off that and then just grind it out, run the ball and grind the game out type of thing. So I think that's kind of the way that I feel about it. But my last two predictions have been wrong, and the offense just put up 30 burgers. So I would love to be incorrect here.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're on the same page. I totally agree. And But go back to the Vikings defense. You're right. You can't sleep on them. I don't know. We got something special going right now. I would just be surprised if we all of a sudden laid an egg out there. So,
Yeah, I think things are just kind of moving in the right direction. So yeah, we're at the 40-minute mark, man. You're soldiering through. I appreciate you doing this because we had the issues all week of getting things on track, and now you're soldiering through. Not for me, not for you, but for the folks in the chat. So I appreciate you doing that.
yes, sir.
Score prediction: 24-10 Bengals.
Okay. Why?
That's where I'm going. I'm going 24-10. I think that Mullins turns the ball over. Bengals get some points off of it, and then they spend the bulk of the fourth quarter just kind of grinding the clock out, and I'm banking on the running game to work again to do that. So that's kind of where I'm at. Low scoring for the Vikings. Bengals get a couple turnovers. Hopefully it's kind of boring football at the end, and they're just grinding it out on the ground.
Yeah. I'm going to go 24-17. I think that Mullins is not going to have a good game, but I think that they're going to get us a couple times just because of the unknown. But I also think, like you said, he's going to throw an interception. Our defense is going to work. We're going to probably get points off of a turnover. So I'm at that 24-27-17. You know, I'm in between 24-27 for us. So I'll stick to one. 27-17 Bengals.
That feels like a fairly realistic kind of observation and prediction for the game. So I wouldn't fight against that too hard. So I think we're relatively in the same ballpark of how we think this game's going to go.
Oh, yeah.
Wish you could be there tailgating, hanging out with me, saying dumb stuff into a microphone like I'm going to be doing, but heal up, man. And you never know, man. We sneak into the playoffs. We might have to make a road trip.
Hell yeah. I agree.
You watching this show, if you're listening back, if you're watching live, if you're on the podcast platforms, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, and even turn on notifications if you'd like, so you can get notified when we put something stupid on the internet. Now, if you're going to the game, I'm going to be at Bengal Gyms a lot. Where is it? Oh, I bought the tool to shotgun beers quicker. Fucking clip it to the bottom of the can, pops in, straight down the old hatch. So in an effort to make Zach Taylor proud, I'll be doing that. If you see me down there, say what's up. Let's take a picture. Let's talk football, whatever you want to do. But please wear black and be prepared to lose your voice. You got all day Sunday to recover. You don't have to worry about going to work the next day. Get a responsible way home. Get a hotel room, whatever you want to do. Go to the game. Party responsibly-ish. Go to the game. Soon as the Minnesota Vikings offense comes out on the field, lose your absolute mind, and then you recoup when the Bengals are on offense. That's when you get a drink, get the throat cleared out, get everything ready for the next possession. I can't wait. Let's take this ride, whatever the hell this season turns out to be. Let's enjoy the rest of it because we are almost at the end of the NFL regular season, and that makes me sad. I don't want to stop playing. So let's keep things going. That's my final thought. That's my hype up speech. Let's go beat the shit out of the Vikings. Ron, you close us out.
Hooday! That's all I got. I heard just doing that.
It's all you need. It's all you need. We love the shit out of you guys. We will try to get back to a regular schedule next week. We are sorry, but you guys know how it is. Shit happens.